France, the home of fine wine, good food and beautiful countryside. But stuff all that, let's go racing. Yes, this week we've sailed across the channel into France for round 5 of the Ultimate Racing League Championship, and we're with the League 2 guys. We have had some fantastic races in the previous 4 rounds, and we are in for some fantastic racing today, I'm sure. Just before we get into all of that, as always, I do want to have a quick mention of our sponsors for this season, and that is Dubby. It's dubby.gg. I'll get there in a minute. If you head over to their website and check out the stuff they've got on there, if you enter the code URL7, then you will get yourself some discount on their product. So head over there to dubby.gg and check them out. Now, if you do enjoy the races we bring you each week, if you could remember, just hit that like button for us. And if you haven't already subscribed, if you could do so, that would help us out a lot. Also, if you think you could do better or you just want to get involved, come and find us on Facebook. It's the Ultimate Racing League, and who knows, maybe we'll see you on track very soon. Now, as always, we want to go through the league table. So after 4 weeks of racing, we can see that Wacky Racer has took a position at the top of the table on 196 points. James Stevens just behind on 187. Aspect on 185, Niggle on 151, and Declan on 125. So you can see there's not a lot that separates the top 5 guys. So it could be anybody's championship up to now. Moving on to the actual races themselves, we are in France, as I've already said, and we are at the Circuit de St Croix, or St Croix as it is affectionately known. It's 4.3 miles in length. We are on the B layout. There are lots of layouts for this track, but the one we're on is the B layout. It's 4.3 miles and is 14 turns. It is a fictional track, so it is exclusive to GT7, but it is a fantastic track. I love it round here. We're going to have 3 races, 3 15-minute races. We are going to be racing in the afternoon, in the evening and at night, so it could get very dark for the final race. So without further ado, we shall head over to trackside for race 1.
Okay, so after qualifying, this is how everybody looks on the grid. Starting in pole position, we have Aspect. In second, we have Wacky Racer. Mikey is third. Mikey returning after being missing from last week's race, so good to have him back on the grid and taking on that third spot. Niggle is in fourth. Robbie fifth. The Big Mac sixth. Declan seventh. Angry Man, I think I can't remember if he was here last week or not. I don't think he was, but he's on 8th. Stealth in 9th. Hodgie 10th. Kebabman's 11th. It was Kebabman's that was missing last week, so good to have him back. And Hopper's in 12th. So still 4 drivers short of a full grid, but nevertheless, I'm sure we're in for some great racing. So we should go back up to Aspect, who's going to get this race underway. So keep an eye on those lights as soon as they go out, and we are off. So race 1 at St Croix in France. Aspect alongside Wacky Racer. Wacky Racer just getting his nose in front, but Aspect has got the inside line and will take that position back. So as we all will make the first turn, no casualties, which is great to see. Wacky Racer having another look at Aspect up the inside there, but Aspect just shutting the door on him. As we take the right hander and go down the hill towards this tricky section of the track, a right, a left, then a right, then another over the bridge. just make sure everybody gets through there. There is a bit of a bump just before that bridge which can throw you off, and there's also an invisible barrier at the end of the bridge which I didn't realise was there, but I found it myself last night and caused quite a pile up, but that's for another day. So Angry Man and Stealth having a bit of a battle there for 9th. As we move up, Hodges get himself up into 8th, the Big Mac in 7th. I think the Big Mac's had a change of livery as well for this race. You can see that Niggle just in front has still got the Spider-Man livery on, and the Big Mac has changed. Now then, what's happened there? Look, oh, and Mikey. Now let's have a look what's up, if I can find him. Let's just go back and have a look what happened to Mikey. Round the extremely fast right hand at the bottom of the hill. Oh, and he's just got himself on the grass there. That's so unlucky for Mikey. He gets back on track. Oh, and he gets back on track, but gets collected by Declan and pushed off again. Not a lot Declan could do about that. Mikey was just in front of him as Declan came round the corner. So unlucky for Mikey, finds himself back down in 12th now. So not the return to the racing that he wanted, I'm sure. And damage at the rear of the car, but that'll repair itself, which is, I'm sure, professional drivers would love that to happen in real cars, self-repairing, but never mind. Aspect still out in front, starting to stretch a little bit of a lead from Wacky Racer, not by much though, just a few car lengths. Aspect on the soft tyres, Wacky's on the soft tyres as well, collecting a bit of grass along the way there. So this seems to be dominated by the Mercedes. This track, we've got Aspect, Wacky and Robbie out in front, starting to pull away. Niggle in 4th in the Porsche. Then we've got Hodgie now made his way up into 5th. So Hodgie really enjoying this track in the Genesis. He's followed closely by the 2 Astons of Declan and Angry Man in 6 and 7. Stealth down in 8th with his teammate just behind, who's picked up a penalty. It's a 1 second penalty as well. Now that could allow Hoppers, it's all teammates today, so the 2 Batman and Robin, the 2 BMWs going side by side. Good to see them both back. It was Hoppers that was missing as well last week, so great that they're all back. I think Hoppers just allowed Mikey through there, bit of team orders, no doubt. As Mikey gets that turn right this time round. Or did he? Or did he? Let's go back and have a look at Mikey. No, he's got it wrong again. Same corner. So, Mikey, on lap 3, I'm sure you won't be doing that again. As we go back up to our current leader, Aspect. Current fastest lap, a 2:08.5. So, Aspect doing a good job so far of keeping Wacky behind him. So it's Aspect, his teammate's missing. I think it's Viking, he's not here for this round. Great shot of the mountains in the background. Very pretty part of the world. But we're not here to look at the scenery, are we? As we see Robbie sitting in 3rd, trying to catch back up to the back of his teammate as they go across the bridge. Nigel still sitting in 4th. Oh, then we've got Declan and Hodgie having a fight across the bridge. Hodgie's on the inside. Angry Man just sitting behind, waiting for the one of them to make a mistake. Oh, Declan just has to slot behind Hodgie. So it's as they were, Hodgie in 5th, Declan having another little cheeky look up the inside. But it's not the place to make an overtake. Oh, and Declan's just clipped the barrier there. I think he's pushing too hard. Now Angry Man has pulled alongside. No, he's actually made the move and got by Declan. I think it was that kiss with the barrier that upset the balance of the car for Declan, and Angry Man just took that lead away from it, took that 6th space away from him, and it is now him challenging Hodgie. So the two Astons desperately trying to gang up on Hodgie and take that 5th spot away from him, but Hodgie's having none of it. Now what's happened to Angry Man? Oh, what happened? He was having a good race with Declan and Hodgie. Oh, he's just got himself on the gravel. That's unlucky for Angry Man. Back on track though. Look, down in 11th. He was having a good fight as well with Hodgie and his teammate Declan. So it is now up to Declan to put the challenge in against Hodgie. So let's go back up to the race leader, Aspect. Still out in front, still got Wacky Racer behind him. Wacky seems to have got a little bit closer now, and does have the current fastest lap, a 2:08.1. So Wacky definitely on a charge. He doesn't want to let Aspect get too far away, does he? Now, is he going to have a look across the bridge? I don't think he's quite close enough. No, he's not. I thought he was going to have a bit of a look, but no, he didn't. I think he's just trying to keep the pressure on Aspect, trying to force a mistake. Although Aspect done a fantastic job of keeping Wacky Racer behind him now, down the long straight, down the hill towards this very, very fast right-hander at the bottom. Can Wacky get close enough to make a move? In fact, let's just go on board with Wacky Racer as he tries to chase Aspect down. Just feather the throttle through that right-hander. Then it's flat out through these series of S-bends. Being very careful over the bump. Now then. Oh, I thought Wacky's got to run if Wacky can get a good exit from this final turn. He's very close to Aspect now. He could be making it looking at making a move. The two cars very evenly matched. No, he's just not close enough, is he? I'm just going to leave these two for a minute as we go down the order. Robbie's still in 3rd, Nigel 4th. Hodgie's still having a fight with Declan. Declan trying to put Hodgie under all sorts of pressure. I'm sure Hodgie's seen it all before. We'll just have a quick run down. Stealth in 7th. Great livery on that car from the film Jigsaw. Kebabman's his teammate just behind. So the two Alphas running 7 and 8. Then we've got Hoppers in 9th. Angry Man in 10th after he came off and went on to the kitty litter earlier. So Hopper's having a good race in 9th. And then we've got the Big Mac down in 11th. It must be the change of livery that's upset the balance of the car for the Big Mac. Let's just go back up and see if we can see what's happening with Hodgie and Declan. Declan now darts to the inside to have a look. Side by side, Declan on the inside. Now gets his nose in front for the turn. Can he stay there? I think he has. That was a great move from Declan. Let's have another look at that. Let's just go back just a little bit further and go on board with Hodgie. You can see we've got Declan in his mirrors. And then Declan gets himself on the inside, late on the brakes. And he's made it stick. And it's, I'm not sure if you can read it, his car, but it's something about up his arse. Each to their own, I suppose. As Hodgie tries to get close enough to make a move and get that space back. We've had just over 11 minutes of this 15-minute race, so we are probably looking, oh, definitely one more lap. We may even get another one out of it. Up to third and fourth, Nigel putting a challenge in on Robbie. This is great racing from the League 2 guys. There is action all the way through the grid. Nigel trying to keep the pressure on Robbie. This is for third spot on the podium as well. We'll just pop up to our leaders, see how they're getting on. Aspect still out in front, doing an absolute fantastic job. Got quite a few car lengths now between himself and Wacky. So we are now at just over 12 minutes, so about 2.5 minutes to go. Aspect doing a great job out in front. Wacky Racer just cannot seem to catch him up at the minute. He just although he's got the fastest lap, I thought he got himself too much on the grass there. As he takes the final turn onto the start finish straight, they will go across the line to start lap 7. Now this may well be their last lap as well, so if Wacky wants that first spot back, he's going to have to work pretty hard, because I think Aspect is just too good for him in this race. Oh, and Nigel has got by Robbie. Now then, let's just go back and see if we can see where that took place. I think I'm going to have to go back quite a long way. Oh no, there we are. So it's down the hill on the very long straight towards the fast right-hander at the bottom. Nigel pulls to the inside. And there he is. He gets the move done before this very tight right-hander. A great move from Nigel to get himself onto the podium. Then we've got Declan in 5th, Hodgie in 6th still. Hodgie not been able to catch him. Declan back up and retake that 5th position. Stealth still in 7th. Good steady race from Stealth. And the Kebab Man's in 8th. Then we've got Angry Man's, Hoppers, and then the Big Mac in 9, 10 and 11. So we have about 2 minutes of this first race left. Aspect still out in front. Let's just see if we can find any fights that's going off. Niggle starting to edge a bit of a gap between himself and Robbie, although not much. Then Declan, he is starting to pull away from Hodgie now. Stealth, Kebab Man's, Angry Man, Hoppers, the Big Mac, all pretty isolated, so we'll go back up to our race leader with a minute to go. Oh, I think Wacky might have just had a kiss with Barrier there. That would have slowed him down, scrubbed a few tenths off of his speed. We've got Niggle and Robbie still battling it out for third. So with 15 seconds to go, this looks like how the podium will stack up, with Aspect taking the win. As he turns the final corner, you can see the checkered flag, and that's a great win for Aspect. So well done to him. Wacky Racer takes second. Niggle is going to take third, I'm sure. He will. Fantastic race from Niggle. Robbie in fourth. A good race from Declan. I'm sure he'll be pleased with that. A fifth. And then Hodgie across the line in sixth. With the two Alphas, with Stealth in seventh, Kebabman's in eighth, if he crosses the line, he has. Angry Man in ninth, and then Hoppers 10th, and the Big Mac 11th. And I've just realised we've lost Mikey, so we've had a retirement, unfortunately. So that was race one. We shall catch you soon for race two.
So Aspect takes the win that he's been looking for, closely followed by Wacky Racer and Niggle in third. Let's head over to race two. Let's just see if he can carry it on.